I am wearing a cozy wool scarf, and this was a beautiful handmade gift for Mom. So thank you so much, Mom. And yes, I've been rocking my thicker sweaters because it is snowing out here. We're hitting about minus 20 Celsius, and so short sleeve and scarf it is for the indoor climate. Now, today we are going to propagate a plant that's not typically known to be a houseplant. If you've ever seen these speckled yellow plants, this is called a gold dust. And this plant has many amazing attributes. It actually is a perfect perennial when the plant is in its native habitat. It is evergreen and it keeps growing, and it has very interesting attributes in terms of mating. And so I'm going to share this with you while I propagate this gold dust. Are you ready? Now, if you are propagating with your children today, or if you're taking notes and you love to propagate your gold dust, now I challenge you, bring out your art supplies, because while you're propagating, your children can also draw this beautiful, beautiful houseplant.
Did you know that the gold dust is also known as the Dracaena circulosa? And if you've ever seen one, you know exactly why it has this name. Now, those bright yellow speckle across the leaves basically look like someone sprinkled gold paint all over them. They're one of those plants that add drama if you have them indoors, and if you have them outdoors, you know it makes a statement. Another interesting fact is that the gold dust is actually featured in my book, my first ABC book of houseplants, because I just love introducing children to really, really cool and visually beautiful plants. Now let's talk about propagation. Gold dust is native to tropical West Africa. And why is that important? Because we need to understand that it grows in a warm, humid environment under filtered light. Understanding that helps us take better care of the plant. Now, the Dracaena, the gold dust, it also belongs to the Dracaena family, which means that it has strong cane-like stem and is very resilient. Now, why propagate a gold dust? Because first, it grows in clusters and it becomes very full and overcrowded. So when you are propagating, you are providing the plant a bit more breathing room and you're preventing overcrowding. Also, it's also pretty reliable plant, and it's forgiving to adapt both in water and soil propagation. And the third one, it's easy to find its node, and you're going to need nodes to develop roots. And how to identify nodes. So now when propagating gold dust, the most important thing is to find those healthy stem with visible nodes. Now mine, I would say, is fairly a young gold dust, so I don't have extremely visible nodes, but you want to look for small bumps or rings along the stem, and that's where the new roots will grow. So I'm selecting a stem, and I don't have anything woodsy here, but something very mature, and I'm cutting just below the node with my clean scissors. Then you want to remove those lower leaves because you want to prepare your cutting for water propagation or soil propagation. And you don't want those leaves sitting in water or buried in soil because that will cause root. And also, you want the energy of the plant not to maintain the leaves, all the leaves. You want it to focus on creating new roots. Now, gold dust leaves are slightly thick, but they're not succulent, so they still need moderate moisture to stimulate root growth. You can propagate gold dust in water or soil, and if you choose to do it in water, again, place a node in clean water and keep the leaves above the surface. And you should start seeing roots to grow in about 2 to 4 weeks. If you do choose to go in the soil propagation route, just make sure that you have a well-draining potting soil mix. I love teaching about these plants, and I include gold dust in my first ABC book of houseplant because it captures attention immediately. Like when children see this yellow speckled plant, they become so fascinated and curious. Propagation becomes more than just multiplying plants. It becomes an opportunity for learning. And watching those roots form from something that looked just like a stem is very powerful.
And that was day 22 of 100 Days of Propagation with Priscille. It's been such a journey, and I'm so glad you are here. Again, if you have been inspired by the series, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a comment below. And the goal is to really get you to propagate with your family. If you're in Canada, or if you're in a climate where it's fairly cold and you're trying to find activities or even screen free activities, making propagation an activity is just perfect, because not only your child gets to connect with nature, you get to be creative, you get to bond, and there are many opportunities to do so. And so feel free to propagate as many plants as you have around the house with your child, because not only they're gonna have fun in the moment, but they'll be able to see your plant grow and see the roots grow.